My name is Amealia Maynard, and I'm working with the town of Groton, Connecticut on flood preparedness for local businesses. For some context, the town of Groton, Connecticut is a coastal community, and located on the waterfront is a collection of businesses integral to the town's economy and culture. However, these establishments are vulnerable to climate change. Due to worsening storms and sea level rise, flooding is becoming a larger issue. So my task this summer is to help local businesses reduce their flood risk, hopefully lowering the cost and impact of future damages. To achieve those results, I have produced a flood preparedness toolkit and conducted outreach to local businesses to share that resource. For the toolkit, I first researched flood preparedness techniques and then targeted the resources most pertinent to this specific community to share. For example, there are quick links, infographics to really help businesses learn about their flood risk, protect against damages, and connect to funding programs, which is shown below. For the other deliverables, community outreach, I aim to inform business owners of the resources available on the toolkit. Even for businesses that haven't flooded before, the toolkit links to flood maps to see what your future risk is, pictured on the bottom left. In addition, I conducted interviews and created a survey to get insight into how businesses in Groton are already dealing with flooding and what information owners would want to know more about. And then on to impact. So the goal is to really assist businesses in navigating their flood challenges. So by having an easy and accessible resource, which is hopefully going to be the toolkit, business owners can quickly find information they need to plan ahead. The results from going door to door are spreading important information and findings from my initial research, that flooding can wreak havoc on commercial buildings and that there are things you can do to prepare. So to ensure businesses know where that information is, I handed out informational flyers pictured on the right and then with the interviews and survey results, my intended impact is to really tweak the toolkit to better fit business owners' needs. The last section is on insights and next steps. So during the fellowship, I've greatly improved my communication skills and my ability to synthesize scientific information and present that to audiences outside of academia. From the conversations, I gained insight into many of the businesses' opinions on flooding preparedness. Some have observed worsening floods and do believe it's an issue, but others share that while it's a concern for the greater coastal community, it doesn't affect them. I often heard flood water just comes to the door but not inside. So the challenge is really convincing those businesses that planning ahead is worthwhile, especially since forecasts predict that more areas of Groton will experience flooding. Thanks to these insights, I realized that starting the conversation about the importance of flood preparedness is a good first step, but there's more work to be done to convince businesses the toolkit is worth reading through. My next step really is now to help further the impact and continue these conversations with the business community and share stories on what some businesses are currently doing to prepare for floods. For the town of Groton, this toolkit will be a continual resource to point businesses to, especially as the planning team continues climate resiliency projects. To wrap up, I'd like to thank my advisors, Adam and Alexis, the fellows in my cohort, as well as my mentors, Megan and John, for their support. Thanks to Megan, I was able to connect with a journalist from the day, which led to a news interview with NBC Connecticut. Both were great career-building experiences on succinctly describing my project, skills I will take with me after this fellowship. So thank you.